This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's an Odyssey station. Speaking of Odyssey, if you don't have the app, then you don't have the curated stations, the super Odyssey exclusive curated stations.
Now, man, enjoy some sweet metal, baby. Or BJ.
All right.
BJ.
BJ.
With Masters of Metal. You can check that one out. Or if you're a fan of just good old classic 70s rock, get the classic 70s station.
Yeah, man, there are a lot of curated stations. The Odyssey app is where you can hear us, you can hear The Rock, you can hear all these cool stations. If you don't got it, go get it at your app store, AUDACY Odyssey.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game.
Yeah.
So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B-Migs, you're a loser.
To B-Migs, and maybe we could whack him instead, because it's Wednesday.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then. All right.
Woo! Mr. Wacky on a Whack It Wednesday. See if we can make it happen and get a win for the contestant and get a song for BJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of this sounds great to me.
Let's get to our contestant. We got Jason in Des Moines. Jason, are you there?
I am.
Excellent. All right, Steve, get out of here. Get out of here, buddy. For those playing at home, Jason will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jason, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Who played the title character in the romantic comedy There's Something About Mary?
Ben Stiller.
No.
Cameron Diaz.
Yes. What unusual feature does a polydactyl cat have?
6 toes.
Yes. Who was the last Beatle to get married for the first time?
George Harrison.
No.
Ringo.
No.
Starr. Paul McCartney.
Yes. On what network did the show Mad About You originally air?
ABC.
What was that?
ABC.
No.
NBC.
Yes. Canberra is the capital of which country?
Australia.
Yes. What French heroine was burned at the stake at 1431?
Some witch. Massachusetts.
No.
Mary Brethren. I don't know.
No.
Pass.
According to the Bible, how many of each animal made it on the ark?
2.
Yes. How many legs does an ant have?
4.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
Oh, some of those, Jason, you're gonna be like, I wish I had him. I wish I had him again.
Yeah.
It could be the difference makers.
It could be. But you never know. I mean, it's Steve, and this week has been up and down for him. He's done really well sometimes and has done absolutely terrible at other times.
Oh, is that what up and down means?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I'm trying to put some sort of thing on it.
I don't know.
Oh, you trying to put a thing on it?
Put a thing on it.
I have no idea.
Well, that's right. You know what? If you want to be married to Steve, you better put a thing on it.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right.
Wow. Hey, are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Who played the title character in the romantic comedy There's Something About Mary?
Oh, Mary. Cameron Diaz.
Yes. What unusual feature does a polydactyl cat have?
2 tails?
No. Whoa, that'd be weird.
I don't know. More bunch of stuff.
That's
no.
it.
Another foot.
No.
Oh.
Who was the last Beatle to get married for the first time?
Hello.
John Lennon?
No.
Paul McCartney.
Yes. On what network did the show Mad About You originally air?
NBC.
Yes. Canberra is the capital of what country?
Canberra, capital of Pakistan.
No.
Japan.
No.
Canberrasville.
No.
Yes.
What French heroine was burned at the stake at 1431?
Is that Attila the Hun?
No.
Attila the Hun, ladies and
Maria
gentlemen.
Antoinette?
No.
Real close.
I'm going to go Taylor Swift.
No. According to the Bible, how many of each animal made it on the
2.
ark? Yes. How many legs does an ant have?
6.
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You lose, Steve. 6-5.
Nice going, Jason.
Woo!
Thank you, sir. I get a song.
Wow.
We get a good one too.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love Leo.
Did you inadvertently give us a clue in a later question about the lady?
It was inadvertent, but
Yeah.
when I noticed it previously, I thought, oh, no, that's still pretty good.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I thought like that might be a little, if you say the word ark, you might go, wait a second.
Exactly.
Yeah, Vicky knows this one.
Yes.
Joan of Arc.
Joan of Arc was that French heroine. And then the next question was about an ark.
Yeah.
How about that?
See? You didn't get it, Steve.
Well,
There's a couple things you didn't get. Jason did get that Canberra is the capital of Australia.
That I did not know.
Oh, see, look
and
at
I
that.
probably will forget by the time you ask it again.
It's not really that important. And then the unusual feature that a polydactyl cat has is extra toes. Usually they'll have 6 toes on their fingers. It's really weird.
6 toes on their fingers?
I mean, 6 toes on their paws.
Oh, okay.
6 toes on their fingers.
You mean
That'd be
6
weird.
digits is what you're saying?
Sure, yeah.
Because, I don't know if they're called toes, but in other words, they have 6 little appendages
Yeah, I
that
call them
digiting
toes.
things.
When I see my cats, like, let me see your toesies when we do the.
Is that what you say? I don't really need to hear the baby
yeah.
talk with you and your cats. That's not something I really
Well,
want
we
to
got to
do.
clip their nails. You got to kind of treat them like a baby.
I really don't want to hear
Got
about
to carry
it.
them and hold them and make sure.
Have you tried the trick that some people do
what?
when they're trimming their pet's nails?
No.
They put on a hat and smear some peanut butter on the hat. And then your dog, typically, that's where I've seen it, is so preoccupied with licking the peanut butter off the hat that you're able to trim their nails.
Ooh, I don't
without
know.
them being like all weird about it.
That'll be interesting. We might try that.
That is a very interesting thing.
I mean, you don't need a hat. You could just smear it on your head.
Yeah, I mean, I got the
that's
bald
even
spot,
better.
so that'll work right
I
there.
think I'll do the hat.
Just don't film it. I never want to see that on the internet.
No, I don't want to see peanut butter on any part of your body. Thank you.
Well, congrats to Jason on beating Steve.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
there you go. There's a woman right there. She
made like a hat out of saran wrap.
She wrapped her head with saran wrap.
Okay.
And it's there you go.
And there she is, just-
there's
oh.
a dog licking her head as she's trimming its nails.
Oh, you know what? Just like a human being, just distract me. You can do a lot of things if I'm distracted.
I mean, yeah, that's what I have to do. Like my wife has to put peanut butter on her head when I'm cutting my toenails. It's
Yeah.
crazy. That video will never be on the internet.
Oh, I think we should put it on the internet. That's a fact. Got a new survey. They said, okay, folks, here's a question for you. Is it acceptable to have sex with your partner when you're staying in the guest bedroom at someone's house?
Yes. Okay, I was going to say.
Absolutely.
I think guest bedroom's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of expect that if someone, like, even with the Rev, when he was staying at my house at one time, and maybe if he would have not made love to himself on my workout bench, that would have been nice.
That would have been
But
really
I didn't
nice.
do it in your bedroom.
He didn't do it in the bedroom, but he did. I think you did make some sweet loving with your lady in the guest bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And when he broke, that did not bother me one bit. I kind of expected it.
Oh, wow.
I think the only time.
I mean, I had videos running for a reason.
That's a good point. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah. That's it. It's a nanny cam or some other kind of cam.
Fanny cam.
The only time I think it's not cool is if it's like someone's office and they put in like an inflatable mattress or like a kid's room or something where it's not really a guest room. You're just using it as a guest room.
You don't think it's good when it's the kids' room?
Right. Like for me, like I have designed and built up my guest room to be a guest room.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
Feel free to have whatever
it's
in
an
hours you
hour-
want.
But if it's an office or another, it's really not a full-fledged guest bedroom, then that's
Yeah.
where you draw the line.
Yeah.
I don't like
But-
that rule.
yeah, I mean, the air mattress, I'd rather them be doing it on the air mattress than the actual mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, because I'm just, if that's like my office and you're sleeping in it, it's like, okay.
I guess they like swept off like the stuff off your desk and just like railed there.
That would be amazing.
Oh, I would want to see that. That's if there's somebody's office, I'm doing that.
Oh, God.
That's why I'm inviting nobody over to my house.
Well, and I lived in a one-bedroom for the past, 3.5 years. So at that point, when guests came over, they had to stay in the living room on an air mattress. I just expected it.
Yeah.
I mean, you do. Like, there's nowhere else they're going to do it, and they're on vacation. Like, I had some friends come visit me for St. Patrick's Day and stuff. It's like, yeah, they're getting it on after St. Patrick's Day.
Be an adult and get a hotel room. If you're sleeping on someone's couch. Like, I wouldn't do it on someone's couch. Like, and it's me.
I think it depends on, how long it's been. Like, if you haven't had it for a while and then here's your opportunity.
Couch?
On the couch?
Like somebody else on the couch you sit on, you're like okay with them having action?
Well, I'm not going to encourage it, BJ, but I'm not going to get super mad.
Oh, I know. I don't want anybody doing it on my couch.
I'd rather them do it in the bathroom or in the shower.
I would just send them out in the yard. There you go. I send the dog out here in the front yard.
Go do it where Lulu goes potty.
Exactly.
Can you
Get
pick
out
up
of
her
here.
poop while you're at it? How flexible are you?
Stay off the patio furniture too, God dang it.
Well, I'd have sex at all of your guys' houses, so there you go.
Not mine. Not going to do it.
We don't invite anybody over, so we never have to worry about this.
Sarah, has Danny had sex over at our house while I've been out of town?
Why are you asking Sarah?
Because I want to know if Danny's been over.
Sarah says probably.
Has he stayed the night at your house? Danny.
No, I have not.
Good.
Oh, yeah,
Danny's, by the way, not invited to the house, just so you know. Okay? That's it. Thank you.
So it says sex in the guest room matters whose house it is. I'm not having sex in my sister's house, and I would hope they're not doing it in my house.
Oh, why does that matter? I mean, there's so weird rules. If you're going to let people have sex in your house, who cares if it's...
Well, like parents' house. Like if I go back to my parents, you're not going to?
No, I'm thinking if I went to my grandma's house in Mexico and I'm like, this is like my mom's childhood bedroom. I'm not. No, I can't.
Ooh, that would be like a sort of like a little achievement. You get one of those little Xbox achievements that go off.
Different type of Pokemon.
We can't all seem to really come to an agreement on this, which means this is a very weird issue for each person.
See, I've done it at my mom's house, while she was in the other room sleeping.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at that point, there's no difference.
Let's be honest. I mean, when you were by yourself, you were doing it at your mom's house. What's the difference?
Yeah, I've done way worse at my parents' house.
Yeah.
And my grandmother saw it.
Yeah, she did. That poor lady.
Oh, your poor grandmother. She's probably still not in heaven because of that.
What do you think? She's just in purgatory because of what you witnessed?
Yes. I mean, we cannot let you in, ma'am. You've seen too much. You've seen too much.
That is a visual, though, I'll never forget.
Oh.
Good night, Steven.
Okay.
Get out of my room, Grandma.
Oh, Grandma's like, wow.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the smart Whirlpool top load washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. Well, I'll tell you, man, TikTok is just bringing us so much joy.
Yes.
And there's a girl on TikTok that's going viral because she shared a story about an unpleasant encounter with our buddy Bob Saget.
Does anybody have any, wicked random celebrity beef? Bob Saget and me have been fighting since I was in 7th grade. we have never been on good terms with each other. We have always been in a fight. We've always been arguing. Me and Bob, always at each other's throats. He's blocked me on Instagram twice. He's unblocked me once. Like, we just go back and forth, and for some reason, we just can't get along. So I was just wondering if there's anybody else that has this, like, really random celebrity-like enemy.
Okay, at first I thought this was going to be they actually met each other and he was mean to her.
It sounds like she's just a giant pain in Bob's ass.
Yeah, I mean she's just basically a social media troll of the guy, and so he blocked her for she didn't say why,
but in her head, she can't be for real.
She is for real, and she's got to be. I mean, she thinks they have a relationship that's been tumultuous.
Oh, Bob and I, we go back and forth all the time. No, you just probably keep bugging him and he keeps blocking you.
Boy, is that delusion. I mean, see, this is where I become the old guy. This is where it's like you're a mess, girl.
I don't know if age has anything to do with this. I think if you're 15 and you hear this girl, you're like, no, I don't think Bob even knows you. I think you're just crazy.
Well, I feel good about that, Steve, because I agree. Yeah. I agree with you 100%.
Damn, Bob Saget. Why won't he reply to me?
Let's ask the younger people in our fine show. I mean, is she out of her effing mind?
Yes.
She's annoying, yes.
Okay, she sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I feel better.
I'm ready to block her. I don't even know where she is on social media.
See, that sucks because we were surprised because Bob has been a great friend of the show and every interaction we've had with Bob Saget. But then again, we've actually met the guy. I mean, we've actually had a conversation with the guy. Whereas,
imagine if you're Bob Saget and this gets back to you like, who is this person?
Yeah, who is this? And I'm so important. Look at me. I'm on a new social media thing, and people just think I'm amazing.
I do like the music she was playing in the background. It was cool.
All right. So she asked for people to share their unpleasant encounters with celebrities, and many people did. Now, let's just see if this is a real thing. This girl says that her brother and her, or she said her brother had an unpleasant encounter with Leo DiCaprio.
My brother pushed an A-list celebrity out of an elevator. Back during the Bush administration, my brother was on Colin Powell's security detail back when he was Secretary of State. And they were in Vegas for something. For security reasons, at the hotel they were staying at, they had a whole elevator reserved for Colin Powell to use. While they're all in the elevator waiting for the doors to close, some guy walks up and tries to get in. And my brother, who is a large man, gets up in front of him and goes, "I'm sorry, sir, this elevator is reserved for the Secretary of State." This guy looks at him and says, "I'm sorry, do you know who I am?" To which my brother looks down on him and goes, "Yes, I do, Mr. DiCaprio." And then yeeted him off the elevator.
Threw him off, BJ. Yeeted.
Yeah,
is that what yeeted
yeah,
means?
it's yeet throw.
Yeah. Okay, thanks.
It's a verb.
Okay, yeeted. Okay.
It gets used in different ways and different forms, but
she could have
in
just
this situation.
Could have just said throwing him off the elevator.
Well, what if he actually said yeet as he threw him?
Yeah.
I hope.
I don't probably said I'm finna throw you off this elevator.
No, I don't like these people.
Well, this one, what is DiCaprio pulling the "Don't you know who I am" card?
Yeah, that's a bitch move, and her brother at least was doing his job. I mean, I don't have a problem with Mr. Yeater. I don't have a problem with that at all. I have a problem.
Yeater is his actual name.
Yeah,
yes.
I have a problem with his sister, and of course the original woman that started this TikTok.
You just hate her.
You know what? I'm mad at TikTok right now. All right, now here's a guy saying he had an unpleasant encounter with Bill Murray.
Yes, with Bill Murray. Bill, I have some words for you. A couple years back, I was dating this girl named Alyssa. You were doing a promo shoot with her company, and you tried to pick her up in the elevator. You remember what line you used? Hey, you like old men with money? And she turned you down, God bless her soul. I don't know why. I wouldn't have.
Oh, that's a good line from him, at least.
Right?
Yeah.
So what we're learning is celebrities do weird things in elevators.
Yeah.
Hey, do you like old men with money? I bet that works.
It's a great line. It's Bill Murray. I would like the guy said, it would work with me.
Yeah, I like old guys with money.
Yeah, let's do this, Bill. Yeah.
Let's do this, Bill.
Yeah. All right. I like that one. The other two, I'm not.
If that's a true story, what's his success rate, you think? Bill Murray pulling the, hey, do you like old guys with money? Out of like 100 times, how many times do you think it would work for him?
Oh, man. Look, if it works 30% of the time, I would say 30% of the time.
Oh, I'm thinking it's more than that. Yeah. I'm going 60.
I was going to say 69.
There you go.
That one. You know what? You guys should go on TikTok.
All right, fine. Between 60 and 70%, leaning towards 70.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Thank you very much. You know what? The girl that started all this.
You are so annoyed.
I'm so annoyed by her.
So entertained by this right now.
I don't understand how she thought that that's actual beef between her and Bob Saget. Yeah, I like to see the record of their tweets with each other.
This is the first. I mean, she started a reasonable topic because people at least had stories. But she started this reasonable topic with not actually having anything relevant to the topic because she's never actually met Bob Saget. She's just a lovely individual on the internet.
Now I got to see what this girl is looking like. What's going on?
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Well, actually, I mean...
you're a fan of her because she's got red hair and pale white skin.
Yeah, she's cute. I'll give her that. But she's going to have to change her ways if she wants to be with this old man and who has no money. I wonder if that's a good pickup line. Hey, you're a fan of old man with no money? Then I'm your guy. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is your unpleasant encounter with a celeb? Or let us know about your pleasant one. Zach and Puyallup, you are on the Rock.
Hi, how's it going?
Not too bad. Zach, what you got for us, buddy?
So about a couple years ago, I was out in Memphis, Tennessee, visiting my now current wife. And we were down on Bill Street walking by Jerry the King Lawler's restaurant, and there was a bum standing outside and told me that he was in there. And I went in there and got a picture with him and sat down with him for about 15 minutes and had a conversation with him and his family while they were eating dinner.
Dude, that's pretty badass.
At their own restaurant. That's cool.
And he's like royalty over there.
Yes,
I mean, he's the king.
He's very big royalty. He still goes and does events and stuff around the area.
Oh, that's cool, man. It's not, you would hope that if the dude is eating in his own restaurant, that he's going to be nice to people that come in that want to see him.
Get out of my restaurant. Leave me the F alone.
If it was a
Show
random...
me your puppies.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Well,
that was his thing back in the wrestling days. He would talk about women's puppies.
Oh, really?
Well, back in the Attitude Era,
Yeah, you could say that.
It was a little more TNA based.
Yeah. Boy, you could say that back in those days. Boy, times have changed.
Yeah.
Can't ask to see anybody's puppies in any time, buddy.
Unless it's an actual puppy.
Yes. Which reminds me of that great Letterkenny bit. I don't know if you've.
I haven't seen it. So.
Oh, it's so funny. But basically, it's this girl who's she's well gifted, but then the euphemisms are just all over the place. The whole scene is just ridiculous. It's got to be on the internet. I know it's.
Do they refer to her with rockets at any point?
That's the one. I don't think that's the one thing they didn't use.
I don't know if they use rockets or not.
No, they used.
Because I know they use hockey terms, so I thought maybe they would use that.
Yeah, they used but there is they did use the T word, but they used it to describe little puppies, maybe, and I don't know if that's what you call little babies or something in animal terms, but I was very surprised to see that as a euphemism for something else, but it was unbelievable. It was a great scene, and you probably can search it on the internet, just, the Letterkenny puppies scene or whatever, and you'll see it. and the woman did a great job, the actress. She was amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
When I worked at Hot Topic when I was 16, they used to have it where this big hat wall. Like, there were just a bunch of hats, and it was just like they have to ask an employee to help you get the hat down. So this guy comes in, and I didn't recognize him at all, and he's just like, hey, can I check out that hat? So I went and got the hook, and I pulled it down from the thing, but it fell off my hook, and it almost hit him in the head. But I jumped up and I grabbed it right before it hit him in the face. He's like, oh, that was awesome, dude. Thanks. So I gave it to him. He ended up buying the hat. Well, I'm ringing him up. My manager's standing behind me, and he's like, you look really familiar. And he's like, oh, yeah, have you ever seen the movie Orange County? And we were like, yeah, one of my favorite movies. He's like, oh, yeah, well, I'm Colin Hanks. Oh. Tom Hanks' son.
Wow.
And so we were both freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Colin Hanks. He was in town shooting a movie. And so, of course, I grabbed a piece of paper, and I was like, can you please sign this for me? And he's like, sure. So he writes, Danny, nice hat grab, Colin.
Oh, that's awesome. You still have that?
Yeah, it's at my mom's house somewhere.
Nice.
Buried. But yeah.
Somewhere buried? How do you not have that framed?
I should have it framed.
Did you give him what he wanted for free?
No.
Oh.
I made him pay.
All right. I guess, I mean, these celebrities, it's hard to pay bills. I mean, you should have hooked him up with that stuff.
Probably should have.
Yeah, Danny, come on. It's not like his father's ever amounted to anything.
I know, right? But such a nice guy. And it was so cool meeting him.
I think for me, the one unpleasant one that I always remember being like, what an awkward experience. And I really don't blame them because I kind of was invading their own space. But the radio station I worked at was the end, and they're like, hey, go down to Glen Sound Studios. Weezer's there, and they're recording demos for what was going to be their third record, the Green Album.
Oh.
And they're like, we know you're a big Weezer fan. You get to do an interview, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, this is incredible. I'm going to get to go watch my favorite band perform in a recording studio working on some songs, and then also get to interview Rivers afterwards, which would be awesome. So I'm sitting in there, and it's just awkward because they don't want me there.
Yeah.
And I would say I was like, maybe it was in my head until Brian, the guitarist, stopped his guitar performance and recording to ask the producer, who's that guy in the room with you? And it's me. And I'm just like, oh, how do I get out of here without looking like a... I felt like a giant douche.
Yeah, you hate that.
Now.
Right, and I don't blame him. Like, me being there was screwing up his, like, creative flow. And, you know, I mean, like, that, I get that. So I'm sitting next to Rivers Cuomo, and I'm just like, hey, man, that's a cool guitar you have there. Because he had an acoustic guitar.
Oh, no.
I didn't know what else to say. But I'm
man.
like, just trying to redeem myself. I'm like, at some point, I think I'm doing an interview. And he just looks at me, he goes, thanks. And then goes back to playing the guitar. Ooh. And I'm like, this is cool. I'm sitting next to Rivers, and he's playing a guitar. But I could tell that he did not want me there.
And that's what's so sucky. It's just like the people that put you in those situations, the promo people.
Right. I mean, it's like they're not at fault. I feel like I wasn't at fault. It was just whoever was in the middle of it all pushed me into their world and clearly did not check with them or told them that it was going to be less intrusive than it was. And I was trying not to be be noticed, but I'm not in Weezer, and I'm the only person not in Weezer in this studio, other than the producer.
Yeah, unless they specifically invited you, it's always going to be awkward and uncomfortable.
And I never did the interview. I left.
I don't blame you.
At that point, I was just like, I just got up and I was like, I got to go to the bathroom, and I just got out of the studio and left. I didn't even care. I was just like, this is not going to go well.
Yeah.
It's clear he doesn't want me here. They, not he, all of them. They all want
me. And who
out.
does that? Who thinks that's the best time to interview a band when they're in the middle of recording and getting in their space and that's their own? I mean, who thinks that's all? Who makes that move?
They're just doing demos. Don't get me wrong. It was still cool to be able to witness them perform. Like, that was awesome. But
oh man, I would hate that. I've been put in that situation and I hate it because I've known, like, there's no way he's going to want me there. Oh no, you can go interview him. No, there's no way he's going to want me there. He's about to go on stage in 10 minutes. There is no way he's going to do an interview with me when he's trying to just get himself in the zone to go speak to 100,000 people or whatever, all the thousands of people that are out there. There's no way he wants me there. Oh no, he does. And of course he didn't. You know, and the promo people, man, oh man, I've had,
I found myself in a urinal next to Eric Estrada from Chips on 3 separate occasions when I lived in California.
What? Ooh, that's interesting.
Twice at different restaurants and once at a monster truck show.
Wow.
I hope at the third time you looked at him and go, we meet again.
You can't say that.
No, why not? I'll be your punch.
No. Oh, that's not good.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. If I call Travis, will I actually see him or someone who works for him?
Absolutely. When you come in to see my office, when you first call in, my staff will try to help you with any basic questions that you have. I can give you a call back, but they'll usually try to schedule you for a free consultation with me, the attorney, and I'll meet with you personally. We'll talk about the basics of your case, and I'll take you through a question and answer session an interview that usually lasts about 30 minutes. We'll get the basics of your financial situation. I can answer your questions, and we can talk about whether bankruptcy makes sense, your non-bankruptcy options, and how bankruptcy could affect you, what the process is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.